historically, masks have had many, many functions, including safety, protection in terms of like a welding mask, or in Africa, masks that people would wear to ward off evil spirits. They've also had powerful qualities of, being able to incant demons or bring people back to life. There's always been masks. Masks are one of the oldest things about the human species that exists. The reason I created this mask in particular was because it was for the performer. So I decided to cast her as a baby, a giant baby. There's actually supposed to be a witch's hat that goes over this, and another full costume that puts together different archetypes from either film or from horror movies, other kinds of film. So I thought of the dead baby syndrome, if you're watching a movie and like the scariest part is when the dead baby comes out and starts freaking people out. In Wizard of Oz, there's the witch, and that used to really scare me when I was a kid. So I just started putting them together, these different archetypes. I had a baby doll that had this face. I decided that that was the face that I wanted. And a lot of these decisions are very subconscious. I don't necessarily think that she is a baby, but I move in a very intuitive way towards that design, thinking about not her personality so much as what I want her to convey on stage. I made this mask in Dublin in 2007 as part of an artist residency at the Red Stables. And it's kind of the next step in this mask generation from the baby mask that you just saw. So I decided baby werewolf to combine neoteny with aggressive tendencies that you might see in children, child murderers. I was doing a lot of research on the nature of evil itself, either by reading literature about it or firsthand accounts, particularly evil found in children. So I thought a really cute baby werewolf would be an interesting combination of traits to have in a mask. This is the third generation, you could say. Basically a explosion of the technological side. I'm using this project, which at the moment I'm titling Mechanical Entities Have Complex Emotions. I'm using this project as a way to do more research into these different fields. Maybe a little bit of an intuitive idea of what's going to happen, the way a novelist might, like Aldous Huxley, for example, wrote Brave New World, which is a very interesting account of how he saw a possible future for our world in general. There's possibilities for becoming so entrenched in our technology that we lose sight of what it really means to be human. That's one of the things that I think we're going towards as a possibility. I don't think that it's the only possibility. And I wouldn't never tell anybody not to implant a chip in their head if that's what they really want. But there's always the danger when we, as a species, create something amazing and, world-altering, that there's always the dark side. I think the work I'm doing now is exploring more the dark side than the light side. So I decided for this showing at Movement Research at the Judson Church that I decided to start off with nothing but my body moving in space. So the movement is not set, but what I'm doing and what I'm thinking about is very specific and very set in terms of quality and in terms of sort of outcome of, processing body from thought. In this case in particular, I'm a malfunctioning robot, essentially, where the different body parts are receiving electrical impulses in a non-rhythmic pattern and formation. I'm performing the representation of a robot whose synaptic nervous process system is malfunctioning. I call it Slobberbot. I don't know where that word came from.